my friend Calyle. This is my friend Ryan.
Hi.
This is my friend Chime.
Oh, just like literally like what you wish you would have known before you started your pre-med journey. That's it.
Chime, bro, you're next. It's literally one question, bro. So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You literally can't see me right now. So today I just want to like sit back and I'm gonna go to my room and just talk a little bit about something that's been a pretty big part of my experience so far at Penn, and that's literally just being a pre-med. There's just a lot of things that I wish I would have understood / known before I started this whole pre-med track thing, and I just want to share that knowledge with you guys. How this is gonna work is I'm probably gonna go back home and I'm gonna like talk about the things that I wish that I knew and like my biggest tips, but I'm also gonna make sure that I get different perspectives into this video. So I'm gonna go around campus and I'm gonna talk to my friends who are also pre-meds and just get their advice also and their opinion on it. Hopefully this video helps you. Hopefully it's enjoyable, and hopefully you can get through the pre-med track, you know, just like the rest of us. So yeah, see you then. Alright, so I've made it back to my room. As you can see, vibes. Like I said, I just want to talk about all the things that I wish I knew before I started the pre-med track. Again, just to give some context, I am a sophomore. I'm in my sophomore year. I've taken all the pre-med classes except for Organic Chemistry 2 and Biochem. I'm going to take those next semester, but I'm basically kind of wrapping up the pre-med track, and I just want to sit down and talk about the things that I wish that I knew before I started this. So the first and the biggest thing that I wish I knew before I started the pre-med track is you can't do this alone. You'll find very quickly that these pre-med classes are all about who you know, and doing well in them really depends on like how many different connections you have in the classes. So forming connections with people is first of all really important, so you can have study groups. Study groups are exactly what they are. It's just a group of people that help you study. They can explain things to you better than the teacher can a lot of the times, and it's just a great place to just kind of bounce ideas off and better understand the material. A lot of them form pretty naturally. We might have met like the first week, and then second semester we found out that we had a class together and we would just start studying together. So a lot of them form pretty naturally. Some people join like pre-med fraternities and pre-med societies and clubs. That's also a good place to find other pre-meds that you can study with. But yeah, really it's a good thing to network, not only because of study groups, but also because of test banks. Test banks are exactly what they sound like. It's just banks of old exams that teachers have released to students. And yeah, test banks are very helpful because you can get access to exams that teachers haven't really sent out to your class specifically, and it gives you a more diverse perspective on what can be asked. And occasionally there will be a time or two where they actually just copy and paste a question from an old exam that they didn't send out directly to the class, and if you have access to that test bank, you actually have the question, like you've seen it before. So like there's that. Just don't try to do the pre-med track alone at all. It's way too hard to do all that. So yeah. The second thing I wish I would have understood before I started the pre-med track is you really need to know your path to med school. Coming into college, I really had this idea that I was like, okay, I'm gonna go straight through, no gap year, straight to medical school, and that was my plan. And I've noticed, and from like the pre-med people that I've talked to, along with some of the medical students that I've talked to, that taking no gap year isn't as popular as I thought, and actually a lot of people do take gap years. So I really would just make sure that you understand like how you're going to go to med school, just because it really helps in your planning, and you really need to plan out semester by semester how you're going to take these courses. Because if you are planning on going straight into med school, you need to be done with the MCAT by around April of your junior year, which means that you need to be done with all of those pre-med requirements by fall of your junior year. If you're not going straight through, you can maybe space out some of the pre-med classes, get a higher GPA, get a better grade in them by taking easy courses mixed in, and yeah, just understand how you're going to get to med school. So also for reference, this is how I took the pre-med courses. As you can see, I took bio and no chem first semester, and if I would have taken chem, I would be taking Organic Chemistry 2 right now instead of 1, and then next semester I'll be taking biochem alone without Organic Chemistry 2, but now I'm taking both of them at the same time. So yeah, The next thing I wish I knew before starting the pre-med track is that practice problems are the key to doing well in the courses. This might sound kind of dumb, and I'm sure like a lot of people kind of expected this, but like it's really a big deal that you do the practice questions, because a lot of the times the teachers will teach you how to do something in their way, and then they'll ask you in the way that the practice problems in the back of the book ask, instead of the way that they taught you. So like if you just do the practice problems, a lot of the classes, like you'll be able to get the tricks in the questions, and it's just far easier. Also, along with this, I would just basically say that you should really, in my opinion, have Chegg. For those of you that don't know, Chegg is basically a website where tutors are paid to answer questions that students upload. And with the practice problem thing, the solution guides in the back of most books only have like the numerical answer. They don't actually tell you how to get to the answer. So by having Chegg, it'll show you the work from the tutor on how you get to the actual answer. Chegg has a really bad rap because some of y'all be using it to cheat, and I would never condone that. I know in my last semester physics class, like someone uploaded our entire exam to Chegg and actually like copied down the answers that the tutors gave, and some of the answers were wrong, and like our teacher sent out a big announcement saying like, I know who used Chegg because he gave you the wrong answer, y'all are in trouble. Don't ever be that person. It's never that deep. Get Chegg, but use it for practice problems. Okay, the next thing I wish I knew before I started the pre-med track is how important office hours can be to your grade. The reason that I say this is because office hours are a great way to show face and show interest. The people who tend to go to office hours and ask a lot of questions and show face a lot and just talk to professors and TAs a lot tend to have higher grades, not only because they understand the stuff more because they're in the office hours, but also the graders tend to go less hard on you if they know you and they see you at office hours often. I've seen it in multiple of my classes, and I feel like it's important enough to talk about. I know right now I'm taking first semester organic chemistry, and I have two friends who we have weekly quizzes, and they both put the same answer. One of them, who goes to office hours every week, she's always asking questions, she's always showing face. She got 1 point off for the question, and the other one got the question marked completely wrong because both of what they put was completely wrong, but the other one only got 1 point off because, presumably, because of the fact that she goes to office hours and shows interest. So that's just something to think about. Even outside of just understanding the material, really showing face and showing the professor or TA who's grading that you're interested in their stuff, they tend to be a little bit less harsh when it comes to grading. So yeah. And the last thing that I wish I knew before I started the pre-med track is that you don't have to be in a science major and have science extracurriculars to be pre-med. Coming into college and like starting the pre-med track, I had this misconception that you literally have to be like a chem major, a bio major, a biochem major, a neuroscience major, but you really don't have to be any of those things. You can be an English major, a sociology major, psychology major. I guess that's kind of STEM, but like you get what I'm trying to say. You really don't have to be stuck inside of this box. The pre-med track is literally just courses that you should be taking so you can do well in the MCAT. And then along with that, like from what I understand, and like some like medical students and other people have told me that like sometimes it actually looks better when you do a major that's not necessarily like kin with the pre-med track. It's all about that whole like interdisciplinary like buzzword that people love to use nowadays. When people see like the whole interdisciplinary thing and they're like, oh, like he did sociology and English and he did the pre-med things on the side, like it's a little bit more effort, I feel like, and it shows that you really do what you want. So if you're coming into college wanting to be pre-med but you still want to do like something that's like humanities, definitely do that, and it might even look better on you. So that's just my opinions. That's all the things that I wish I knew before I started pre-med, and now I'm gonna go around campus and find my friends and see what they have to say about this. But so I just texted my friend Calyle. He said yeah, so I'm gonna go find him. Alright, so this is my friend Calyle. So Calyle.
Hello, my name's, oh, you already said, I was gonna say. Alright, my name is Calyle. I'm an econ major on pre-med track. I come from Chicago, and I'm a sophomore currently. I think one of the things that I wish I would have known before, going on this pre-med journey is, first thing is you have to make sure you plan out your science classes specifically. So me, I didn't know, or I wish somebody would have, kind of nudged me toward, was making sure I take, 2 science classes at least 1 year, potentially maybe chem and bio or something like that, because you want to be prepared your junior year summer for the MCAT if you want to go straight to med school from, undergraduate. Me currently, I have to take, because I didn't know that at that point, I have to take basically a full year of physics over the summer, and that's not something I want to do. That's not something anyone wants to do.
Understandable.
And then I think the last thing would probably be to understand that you don't have to do a STEM major. I'm majoring in econ on pre-med track. Medical schools, they're looking for something different now. They're not just looking for like not necessarily boring, but the regular, bio major pre-med track.
Exactly.
But nah, that was it.
Okay, thank you. That was good.
You're just being a hater. Oh, just like literally like what you wish you would have known before you started your pre-med journey. That's it.
Chime, bro, you're next. It's literally one question, bro.
I will show my on this video.
It's literally one question.
I will show my get rid of the camera. I will show my and you have to scrap the entire video.
Wait, go ahead, do
Can you
it.
say that a little bit louder, actually?
All right, thank you, Calyle.
Right, no problem.
Bye, Rudy. All right, so that was Calyle. Now I'm trying to find Ryan. She's like somewhere. She's supposed to meet me somewhere out here, but about to meet my friend Ryan and talk to her too. So vibes.
You drank all my.
Oh my god, I'm actually walking towards him.
Bruh, who is this? Hi, Ryan.
Oh, I love your shirt.
Thank you.
And it's literally super hot outside, bro.
This is my friend Ryan.
Hi.
All right, Ryan, what's one thing that you wish you knew before you started this pre-med track?
Hi guys, I'm Ryan. I'm a sophomore at Penn in the college. I'm majoring in neuroscience, minoring in chemistry, and I might or might not sub-matriculate in biology, so which is like a master's program at Penn. And I wish I knew a couple of things before becoming a pre-med. But the best thing, or like the most important thing I wish I knew, was I would not be taking a gap year, which means I should have taken the chemistry series since my freshman year. You have Gen Chem 1, Gen Chem 2, Organic Chem 1, Organic Chem 2, and then Biochemistry. So it's like 5 different courses for the chemistry series, and you can't just take these classes randomly. Meaning you have to start with the Gen Chem 1 and then you just go as you graduate to the next year. If you are not planning to take a gap year like me, then by the time you're a junior, which is like the last time that you can take your MCAT, you have to cram all your difficult courses together. So next semester I'll be a junior, and my junior fall I have to take biochem and organic chemistry together along with the labs, so that by the time I'm a junior in my spring semester I could take the MCAT. So just watch out for that. Ask yourself if you want to take a gap year or not.
And also, you can do more if you want.
Oh, really? And I guess a couple of more things that you should keep in mind is you don't really need to do a multiple different degrees to get accepted to med school. Like you can literally just major in one subject. You don't even need a minor. Like a lot of people think that you need to have a minor and double major and triple concentration to get accepted to Harvard Med or Penn Med, and that is not true. As long as you have a very good MCAT score or your very high GPA score and some extracurricular activities, then you're literally Gucci. Like you just have to study hard and get those grades in and make sure you're doing what you're passionate about.
And no one has extracurriculars like Ryan, bruh. She's...
On that note, make sure to subscribe to thevirtualvine.org if you want to watch more videos on admissions, how to fill up your financial aid, and also for different scholarships.
Thank you, Ryan.
Of course! That's my best friend, y'all.
It's my bestie. So I just got done talking to Ryan, and we like chopped up for like 40 minutes, so that's why the sun kind of went down between that time. But I know Chime is studying at Arch because I saw it on his story, and I'm about to invade. So yeah. Yo, how are you?
Good.
How are you?
What's up?
Nothing much. This is my friend Chime.
What's up, guys? My name's Chime. I'm a sophomore studying neuroscience and minoring in African studies in the college. I wish I knew that like being pre-med isn't synonymous with having to just study STEM. Like that reflects a lot because I'm minoring in African studies. I'm just really interested in like learning about the African government and post-colonialism in Africa. So like my whole mentality was like, oh, like I'm interested in that, but you know, if I'm pre-med, I won't get to like elaborate on that. But like that's not the case at all. Just because like you're able to take all the courses, the pre-med STEM courses, but at the same time, you're able to still like elaborate on like what you're interested in too, like as a side. So I want to do that. Another big thing is my knowledge on research. I feel like going to Penn, not a lot of people know about research, and the people that do assume that research is something that has to be done like in high school, like you have to work in a big lab and get that experience to get involved here. But that's not the case at all. Like this year is my first year getting into research at a lab. I work at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and I'm a sophomore in my spring semester. So like there's no rush at all. In my lab, there's still like seniors who are getting their first year of experience. If you really want to get into a specific like field, or like if there's a specific thing that you want to go into, you can use research to like sort of gateway you to that world, because you know you won't get that experience along in your classes. Research and lab setting isn't even that intimidating. Like they love when people want to learn. So like, you know, it's just a different learning experience. Like you ask questions, and your lab mentor and the person who's in charge of the lab, they'll be there for you to like answer any questions you have. So yeah, those are my things from you know, being pre-med, and yeah.
Understood. Say less.
You know.
Alright. So I'm back in my room, as you can see, but yeah, basically that's it for the video. Hopefully this video kind of gave you a good idea of some of the things that you should be thinking about if you're coming to college to be a pre-med. It's a very, very difficult track, but it's definitely not impossible. I think the biggest things that you can see from what I said and some of my friends said is just really make sure that you know how you're going to get through this track and really plan ahead. I think that's one of the biggest things, and along with that, make sure you have like some good people to do the pre-med track with. You can't do this alone. It's a long track, and yeah, you can do it though. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you, and hopefully you gain some knowledge on what it's like to be a pre-med and just what to expect. So good luck, and see you next video. Peace.